shit, yeah, they breath stank. Walk up in the club, dripping like I'm fresh paint. I can see through the facade like an...
What's going on, fight fans? It's another great day when you love MMA. Welcome back to Matty Fight Talk. We got Bellator 295. It's going down April 2nd in Honolulu, Hawaii at the Blaisdell Arena. Lock that into your calendar. It's going to be a massive Bellator fight weekend in Hawaii. We got Bellator 294, Bellator 295 going down on back-to-back days. This fight card is extremely stacked. Some big notable Hawaii fighters. If you guys are Hawaii fight fans, you got Yancy Medeiros on the fight card, Kai Kamaka, Bobby King. Big names in Hawaii if you guys grew up over there and you guys are familiar with the Hawaii fight scene. And if you guys are in Hawaii, definitely try and lock in a ticket to this event. If I was there, I would definitely be going. But regardless, without further ado, we're going to hop right into the main card predictions. The main event of the evening, one of the best fights this year so far that I've really been waiting for. It's going down the bantamweight division at 135 between Raufeon Stots and Patchy Mix. Two really good fighters, really good grinding style of fighting. Both of these guys are extremely good grapplers. You got Raufeon Stots, outstanding wrestler with a 19-1 record, has 4 KOs and 4 submissions. Dude is extremely durable and has proven to be a problem in Bellator. He's on an 11-fight win streak, and his only loss is to Marab, who's doing absolutely great in the UFC right now. Stots has already had 5 title fights in his career, and he is undefeated in Bellator and LFA. So this dude is on a tear right now. His last fight was against Danny Sabatello in an outstanding bout. I mean, it was a really good fight. Sabatello really tried to grind him out and out-wrestle him, but did no damage when he would get him to the ground. And Stots was doing better in the stand-up. Stots ended up winning a razor-close split decision. Now, Stots also has a knockout victory over Juan Archuleta. So that plays, into this fight because Patchy Mix also has a record of 17-1 with 1 KO and 12 submissions, and his only loss was to Juan Archuleta in a 5-round decision. Patchy Mix was a lot younger in that fight. He's only 29 years old. That fight was in September of 2020, so he has grown a lot since then. The kid right now is 7-1 in Bellator, and he's on a 4-fight win streak after that Archuleta loss for the belt. So he's hungry, and he wants to get another shot at gold here. He has 8 first-round finishes so far in his career. Patchy Mix is a really dangerous dude, man. The kid really doesn't play games when he goes to the ground. He's actively searching for submissions and weirdly has the same nickname as Cody Garbrandt, No Love, which I find actually pretty funny. He trains out of Jackson Wink MMA. The dude's pretty big too, 5'11" for the division. Stots is 5'7". Although, height doesn't always seem to play a factor. It could, especially in the stand-up department, because I think Patchy Mix might have a little bit of an edge in the stand-up department because what he's going to do is bait Stots into shooting, and I think Stots is going to fall into plenty of submission attempts in this fight. It's going to be interesting to see what game plan is implemented here, because a lot of times when we see these grappling style fighters that get matched up against each other, everybody thinks there's going to be a lot of crazy transitions, lots of submissions being thrown up, lots of ground and pound, and what ends up happening, it's a stand-up war. When Neiman Gracie fought Goto Yamauchi, ended up being a knockout victory for Yamauchi, so I have a similar feeling for this fight. I think Patchy Mix is an outstanding fighter. I think Stots is an outstanding fighter as well. I like both of these guys a lot. Now, an 11-fight win streak, you start gaining a lot of confidence and start thinking you're invincible. And you don't like to take as much chances because you're so used to winning. So I think Patchy Mix is actually going to go for broke here. They're going to engage in a really good stand-up war, but I think at some point Stots will shoot, and I think Patchy Mix is going to end up submitting him probably very late in this fight because both of these guys are grinders. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of timing going on, a lot of feints and whatnot. So I think this fight's going to drag out probably to the 5th round. And I think in the 5th round, Patchy Mix is definitely going to get it done with a submission victory. So lock that in. I got Patchy Mix winning. I believe this is the interim title by submission in the 5th round. I think Stots is a great fighter. It's going to be a back-and-forth war. And if Stots wins, I wouldn't even be mad, to be honest. But I definitely got, for my money, Patchy Mix winning this fight. Now we're going to move on down to the co-main event. We got Ilima Macfarlane taking on Kana Watanabe. This is another good fight. You got Macfarlane, who's 11-2 right now, 2 KOs, 6 submissions, 11-2 in Bellator. She was the champ for a while. She has 6 title fights in her career already, but she is 3-2 in her last 5. So she wants to bounce back into the limelight and make a big comeback for the belt. She is coming off of a victory, a 3-round split decision over Brunell, who is another dog in the women's division. But Macfarlane, man, had a long time of being the champion. I mean, at least 2 years, it looks like, from 2017 to 2020 when she finally lost the belt to Juliana Velasquez. So, you know, Ilima Macfarlane, she's a dangerous, dangerous girl. Really durable fighter, really good fighter. I like her. And then you got Kana Watanabe, 11-1-1, 3 KOs and 4 submissions. Watanabe is also coming off of a second-round submission victory over Denise Kielholtz. Look, both of these ladies can throw down. Watanabe's 4-1 in her last 5. She's 3-1 in Bellator. You know that this is title implications here. You got the former champ, dominant fighter, taking on somewhat of a Bellator newcomer. I mean, Watanabe's only been in Bellator since 2019. So she wants to make a big name for herself. Now, this fight's going to be very interesting to me because Macfarlane has a very push-the-pace style. She likes to grind it out, start grappling, mixing in the punches. She's a very tough girl. And I don't know if Watanabe's dealt with anything like Macfarlane. And honestly, I don't think that she is going to get past Macfarlane. I think Ilima's just too good, way too much experience, has faced way better competition. Not to knock any of the girls that Watanabe's fought, but I just think Macfarlane having the 6 title fights so early in her career gives you such a mental advantage going into a non-title fight that she's going to have the edge in it. Now, Macfarlane, you know, she's not old, but she's not young. She's 33 years old. She still has a lot of tread left on the tires for MMA. I think she's going to win the fight, but I think it's going to be a 3-round decision, a 3-round unanimous decision. Because like I said, Watanabe can be dangerous, but I think Macfarlane's faced probably some of the best competition you can in Bellator, especially in the women's divisions of Bellator. Yeah, I don't see Watanabe getting past her, so I'm going to go with Macfarlane winning a 3-round decision. Now we move further down the fight card. You got one of the most explosive, fun-to-watch fighters in Aaron Pico taking on Otto Rodrigues. This is going to be a very good matchup. Aaron Pico's 10-4 right now, 7 KOs, 2 submissions, only 26 years old. Last loss to Jeremy Kennedy due to injury. If you guys saw that, I think his shoulder popped out or something. They were trying to pop it back into the corner. There's a highlight reel of that on YouTube. You check it out. All of his fights right now for Aaron Pico are in Bellator. They're under the Bellator banner. And he has 5 first-round finishes. Very impressive resume for Aaron Pico so far, especially since he's only fought in Bellator. So he's been on a pretty big promotion his entire professional career. Then you got Otto Rodrigues on the other hand. 13-1, 6 submissions. He's been to 7 decisions. This kid is on a 12-fight win streak right now. He hasn't fought since 2021, so we're in 2023 right now. Does ring rust play a factor? Is Rodrigues, you know, obviously these guys train even though they're not fighting, so is the mental preparation going to be there for him going into such a big fight against somebody like Aaron Pico? Now, Rodrigues is a dangerous guy. Very good grappler, very good jiu-jitsu. Aaron Pico, pretty good wrestling, outstanding hands. This kid has the ability to knock you out. I know Aaron Pico is extremely hungry for this fight. Rodrigues is really good, and he has a really good record. But I'm definitely going to go with Aaron Pico getting a 2nd-round knockout in this fight. I think this kid's hungry. He wants to be the champion. He has a lot to prove in this fight, and I think he will. I think he's going to end up knocking out Rodrigues in the 2nd round. They're going to get into some exchanges. I think Rodrigues is definitely going to be going for the takedown and submissions early in this fight. I just think he gets stuffed. I think Pico's more hungry, and I think Pico knocks him out. So I got Aaron Pico winning this fight by knockout. Now we're going to move further down the fight card. We got Kyoji Horiguchi taking on Ray Borg. Ray Borg making his Bellator debut. Ray Borg 16-5 right now with 1 KO, 6 submissions. He is on a 3-fight win streak. And if you guys don't remember, Ray Borg was in the UFC for a very long time. Has a record of 7-5 in the UFC. Last 2 fights were for Eagle FC, which is Khabib Nurmagomedov's promotion. So he did get 2 victories over there. Now he's trying to make it in Bellator. You know, he's hungry. He's going to be coming in here trying to get a W. Has a lot of big fight experience. Then you got Horiguchi, 30-5, 15 KOs, 4 submissions, 10 first-round finishes for this guy. Has 3 title fights in his career. He last defeated Hiromasa Ogikuba at Bellator versus Ryzen. So Horiguchi's coming off of a big victory. That guy is a really good fighter. I really like his fight style. I think Horiguchi's going to get the job done. I think he's going to play spoiler in this one. Ray Borg, you know, he's had some really good fights outside of the UFC. So I expect him to be bringing it, especially getting him back into a big American promotion again. But I just think Horiguchi's a little bit better. I think Horiguchi's going to get the job done with the 3-round decision. And I think Ray Borg's going to fight his ass off. But I just don't see him winning this fight against somebody who has so many good ways of finishing the fight. And I think his stand-up, honestly, Horiguchi's stand-up is a little bit better than Borg's. So I got Horiguchi winning this fight. 3-round decision. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a war, but I got Horiguchi winning. Now, I'm not sure if this next fight here is on the main card or not, but we're gonna break it down as if it is. We got Mads Brunell taking on Justin Gonsalez. And if it's not on the main card, I just like this matchup, so I'm just going to give my prediction on who wins this fight. Now, Mads Brunell, 16-4, 1 KO, 9 submissions, really good grappler, awesome jiu-jitsu. Brunell's currently on a 2-fight losing streak right now, but he is 3-2 in his last 5. Then you got Justin Gonsalez, 14-1, 4 KOs, 1 submission. The kid's 4-1 in his last 5. He last defeated Andrew Fisher in a 3-round decision. I think Justin Gonsalez is a dog. I doubted him in his last fight. My prediction for that Fisher fight was that he was going to lose, but he ended up winning, and I saw a lot of growth in his fight game. I think this kid gets the job done. I think Justin Gonsalez is going to defeat Mads Brunell. It's going to be a good fight, man. It just depends where the fight takes place. If it goes to the ground, I think Brunell definitely has the edge and could have the potential to submit Gonsalez. But I just think standing up, Gonsalez definitely could knock him out. So I'm going to go with Gonsalez winning this fight. 3rd round TKO. I just see this fight not going the distance. Bellator, for whatever reason, these guys all know how to get the job done. I'm taking Justin Gonsalez winning this fight. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in yet again. Don't forget, subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I drop more content. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the rest of the videos. If you guys like fight predictions, I got fight predictions for everything that's coming up between UFC and Bellator right now. Some boxing and BKFC as well. Trying to get more active on this thing, but I appreciate all the love and support. Thank you guys. Hit me in the comments. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Haters talking shit, yeah, they breath stank. Walk up in the club dripping like I'm fresh paint. I can see through the facade like an